Welcome back, ladies and gents. We can beat it. I mean, I kind of did that last night, but interesting to see that there's a whole group of people that like to do the same thing as me. I thought I was unique in that respect. Sadly not. People, welcome back to the channel. Please remember to like and also click subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Back in the hood, people. I'm going to go straight there because I think there's a small chance of making it before the changeover. Very small. It's going to depend on how busy it is, how many people there are here. And to be honest, it being seeming to be the first day of pre-summer, then we get those sort of little bursts of heat, then it goes to mush again, and then we get the actual summer. You might be thinking, folks, he's posted a video from last August. But people, no. This is a video from today, April 2025. And remarkably, the temperature is bobbing around 20 degrees. Yes, I couldn't believe it either. But that's the truth. It also explains why there are a zillion people, as you can see, look at them all, out and about. Lots of crazies wearing way too much clothing, if I'm honest, because it's really warm. I am short-sleeved, minus gloves, all the rest of it. I'm feeling rather good about that. In fact, I even put some SPF on, ladies and gents, just to be on the safe side. So we're going to strut along this side to avoid the crossing for the moment and to avoid the little Downing Street crush. Lots and lots of parliamentary and diplomatic protection group vehicles, probably the largest single number I've ever seen. 1, 2, I didn't even know that they had this many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is just moving. One past us, 8, and a further vehicle in front of the centre of 9. I mean, perhaps they thought to themselves, hey, if we park them all in the sun, they'll be nice and warm for when we actually need to go out and sit in them. And after months of shattering teeth in the cold, waiting for action during those protests, these officers are probably delighted at the prospect of sitting in a 30-degree plus fan in direct sunlight, sweating their whatever's off. I was briefly tempted, guys, to pop out yesterday, but time ran out, as often happens. If I didn't get out by lunchtime, it's just not going to happen. Plus, you know, yesterday was an interesting day because it's the first time, folks, that I'd ever decided to go and have a facial. Yeah, I thought, you know what, get rid of a bit of that post-Valenthian. Hey, you alright? Good morning. Post-Valenthian, slightly dull-looking skin. But it was a unique experience, folks. You know, as somebody that has quite enjoyed administering facials in the past, to have it done to me was, yeah, rather lovely, I must say, quite refreshing. I can understand why so many people are happy to enjoy it. Let's just put it that way. So, next stop, Downing Street. But far from Downing Street. Why are we far? Because it's a smart option. I haven't got anywhere to put it, but good luck. Somebody trying to give me a leaflet. Since all weapons, those who wage war forget humanity. Pax Christi, International Catholic Movement for Peace. Okay. Yes, International Catholics for Peace. Kind of like that, to be quite honest with you. Gosh, doesn't the architecture look lovely, folks, in this somewhat pristine pre-summer morning light? Yeah. Now, I think we'll make it in time to head into the yard for the changeover. Now, it'll be just my luck that as the Blues and Royals are back this morning, there is a possibility, in fact, quite a distinct one even, that Ormond came back with them. Maybe, maybe not. Will we see him? Maybe, maybe not. However, what we will see in a few minutes is the two first horses of the day going back into the yard, the two troopers of the day going back into the yard and dismounting in the yard. And then of course we will also see the two new horses coming out and going to the boxes at the front. Now that is going to be interesting because we've got the maximum chance of spotting a favourite horse. It doesn't matter which one it is, it doesn't matter if it's Ormonde or a different one, fundamentally. Point is, with that 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll get to see the maximum number possible in one of these videos. Unless, of course, I know one of you would think of this, unless, of course, we have a horsey meltdown, or even, God forbid, a double horsey meltdown, which has happened. Not many times. I think we've got about three, maybe 4 videos of double horsey meltdowns. Where we had either 2 horses quit in one shift, or both horses at either end quit at the same time during one shift. So there are lots of variations of a double horsey meltdown. Right, there we go. Traffic is clear, my dears. Okay, bingo. Right, this end, horsey with the big schnozzle. It's not as we suspected the other day. Wait. Sorry, go ahead. No, after you. Okay, sorry. It's okay. Oh, it's quite packed, folks. I'm being super careful. I don't want to sort of walk in, because I might actually walk into a tourist. So we've got this horsey with a big schnozzle-like blaze. We're trying to squeeze in. There we are. Now, we were a little vexed by this one, weren't we, the other day? The horse is like, what do you mean? That's not true. You've seen me before. I even combed my hair for the video to be picture of the day. We know it's not Monty. I seem to recall you find folks saying it's not Indiana either, which means we're not sure who it is. I can't believe the trooper's already yawning. I just started my video. Sorry if I'm going on a bit too much, guys. You know, the trooper's already had enough. He's like, that's enough from you. So that's at this end. That is this horsey at this end. Okay, that's the first one. Let's head to the other end. Oh my goodness me, what are these people? I think this is the first people coming from the palace. Maybe look at it. Yikes. It's super busy with palace leavers. Oh, hold on a second, folks. We have some returnees. This trooper, remarkably, is in probably the single most famous video I've ever filmed here, but can never publish. We'll just call that the Kaiser video. Those of you that know why it was never published, because sadly Kaiser subsequently passed. But this was a trooper that day that was in probably the most unique set of circumstances I think that possibly has ever been filmed here in history. But certainly that I've ever seen. That was the day that Kaiser had his moment. But like the true champ he is, the trooper carried on. A remarkable thing to say. And the good thing about that is, although it's never been publicly released, I know the trooper has a copy because I gave it to myself, and there are a few others that have copies of it as well. So it's kind of like doing the round, shall we say, but only within HCAV, which is where it belongs. Because to be honest, folks, we know that there are certain moments, especially if it involves a serious accident, that should never see the light of day. Fair's fair, I guess. So I'm just waiting for either the orderly, got that again, the orderly stableman, to come out and tell everybody to get behind the bollards. Police are at the front. The second that happens will be the second I dart into the yard to get us what I hope will be a fairly decent spot for the dismount. Now, trooper we're looking at the moment, at this end, a haunted box. Seen him many times. I haven't seen him for a while. I wouldn't say a long while, but it's been a while. But certainly the other trooper at the other end, gosh, when we think back to the classic period of the 6 months preceding last summer, when we had the classic Karen videos, when we had the very famous trooper that then retired videos, that period. The troop at the other end is of that era. In fact, he's one of the very few that we still see here, and I thought he had already gone to Bulford. He's one of the very few that we see here that have been in HCAV for many, many years. And to be honest, it's great to see old familiar faces that I wouldn't say like made the early content, but certainly heavily featured in it, and had a lot of different ways, good and bad, amazing moments. Yeah, so that's a real pleasure actually. Right, so speaking of the stableman, the orderly, here he comes out of the front gates to tell everybody to move. That will be my key to avoid upsetting him to go into the yard.
Behind the bollards, please.
Excuse me.
Sorry, no.
It's okay. Okay, so they've all been told to get behind the bollards. I'm just debating because of the light. Ooh, I'm thinking that over on that side is actually going to be too bright, ladies and gents, sadly. So I think our best option for a sort of a combination of the light to our side as opposed to right in the camera is going to be kind of here and around the corner. Being around the corner doesn't really matter these days because we've got no gatesmen and chitsmen. Beautiful day. In fact, if somebody dropped me here, minus a calendar or any device, and said which month is it, I would have gone for early June. This feels like early June, absolutely spot on for early June in every respect. Thoroughly lovely weather. And you can see that not everyone, but the vast majority of people are either wearing sunnies and or a hat and or have short sleeves, which is good. Oh, Private Tour Guide just turned up right next to me, so we might have that to listen to, folks. Let's see if she says anything about the gatesman and chitsman. A couple of ladies who I think have overdressed are taking a little break. Not in the archway, but just in front of it. I'm sure if it, well, it's a bit crowded now, but anyway, they're sitting on the bollards. Oh, she's now explaining the white box. I think someone's mum is going to be dragging her out of the yard. Come on, quickly. Let's go. I don't want to get a fine.
So the regiment you're looking at is the Royals regiment. So Princess Anne.
Oh, the place has got sunnies on. I can't say I blame her. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. On this corner, in the sunlight, it feels like 30 degrees, and I'm not exaggerating. It is a little roast pit over here. Gosh. However, oh, that's smart. Some kid just ran in. Look, he's like, Mum, let's go to this side. Actually, to be fair, folks, I might have made a boo-boo. Reason being, there is some shade on that side, so you don't have to be permanently in the sunlight. But it's fine. We've only got a few minutes. Well, what's this? Is it a tall guy doing a little dance for his group? Maybe he's the warm-up act. Not sure if we got that. He was doing a little dance. Oh, now he's gone all shy. Okay, so zoomed fully out to 1. That's the bell. And here are the next 2 horses, neither of whom is on 1, folks. Okay, near side, Lady Trooper, far side, Gent Trooper. Gosh, don't they look wonderful in the sunshine?
Hello, souls.
Outstanding. The black pouch, folks, on the rear of the Lance Corporal's uniform is a cartouche.
To your boxes. Walk up.
Used to hold gunpowder. These days, it's more likely to hold a mobile phone or something similar. I'm already noticing that the number of people back up in the tunnel is quite significant, so get ready for that in a minute. I'll do my try and do my usual trot backwards as we capture them all flooding through to the yard. Everyone will be jostling to be in the somewhat shady spot at the front, I can tell you that, because it really is incredibly warm and need sunshine this morning. Unseasonably so, to be quite honest. Right, the dismount. Gosh, what a voice. Can't quite fit it all in. No, he's a bit too far back. We're at 2.5 zoom, folks, for this. Thwack. Very clean dismount. Presentation is extraordinary, isn't it? Glint from the cuirass breastplate and from the helmet is extraordinary. Right, let's zoom this right back out again before I forget. Everyone's kind of waiting a teeny bit then, thinking, wow, what's going to happen next? Nothing is going to happen next, because, folks, that part is temporarily on hold. Alas, yes it is. Now, instinctively, can't be sure, but instinctively I'm thinking this is going to be the smarter option this end. Okay, I'll try to sort of slowly move us across somewhat. I do like the lady trooper that we've got here as well. So let's see if I can move back a little bit, make sure I'm not in anyone's way. The police have kept this gate for the moment closed. It's not locked, it's just closed. I think I'll open it once the main body of people have moved through. Wait. Sorry, my bag got caught on somebody behind me, almost fell over them. I forgot actually about what it's like in the summer months, which today definitely resembles in more ways than one. If we look at what's going on in the middle, folks, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that's the only word I could think of, ridiculous. We're pointing the camera forward when there are lots of people to point it toward. It's going to be interesting to see how the two police horses get out with this lot here. Look at it. I think they're going to take them out one at a time simply because of the numbers. Golly. Look at that. Isn't that completely crazy? The numbers. Madness, eh? Absolutely crazy. All right, back in front of us. Mr. Montclair. Maybe he's French. You can tell actually that it's kind of holiday summery. Got lots of scooters just sort of discarded on the floor next to me, kids' scooters. In fact, scooters, prams, pushchairs, all kinds of stuff just kind of left because people want to grab their pictures and so on. I am kind of admiring of anyone that has a heavy coat. And if we spot anyone with a bobble hat, folks, in today's video, honestly, I would truly be impressed. That's a level of endurance or madness that I couldn't even begin to contemplate. So if you spot anyone, guys, let me know. Do you want me to move so you've got a better to see? One second, someone's sort of sticking their arm through a hole. Because it's pretty busy, so I thought I'd better move, only fair. You're going to see, in fact you definitely see it if you saw mine, a lot of sweaty faces today. I tell you that, guys. Absolutely. Oh, well, hold on a second. That's the closest so far we've come to a bobble hat She's got a furry bucket hat. I guess she prefers the top of her head to be slightly simmering around the 36-degree mark. Wow. Okay, this gent's in the box. What does that mean? Possibly nothing. Oh, he's getting closer. Oh. Well, I mean, guess we're going to find out. If anyone approaches and gets close to the horse. I'm kind of possibly going to regret my words about the consistent enforcement by Blues and Royals lady troopers, but let's not rush to conclusions just yet. Tour bus is going by, obviously stopping as usual, so that there are very high-paying guests can get a little view. Tickets are £20 plus, folks, for a bus journey that you can take for £1.85 on the local red bus. Okay, admittedly, the red bus doesn't have a roof terrace, as it were, an open top outside area, but is that small benefit worth, so many multiples of the price? We're talking about a 10 times multiple. I'm convinced. But again, you pay your money, you take your chances. Horses like, are you going to take the picture or what? I've been posing you for 5 minutes now and you still haven't taken your camera out. We might. I think there's more chance, in all honesty, that the trooper at the other end, who is a new-ish face, but I'm not sure if he's a new face in the sense that I don't remember seeing him, to be quite fair. But then again, there have been so many new blues recently that I'll leave it to all of you shortly when we go to the other end to tell me whether you have seen the fellow in the other box before. He looks vaguely familiar, but I definitely wouldn't go as... It's okay. I definitely wouldn't go as far as saying that, hey, I would recognise this trooper, because I don't. Okay. Puma man is frozen. What's this like? The Puma's going to jump off his t-shirt and scare the horse. Oh, Puma man's now finished. We've got Burberry man instead. Look at this. It's amazing how much Burberry you can get for a few renminbi in Beijing Central Market. Lovely shirt, but it's just fake, sadly. If anyone's got the number of Burberry's copyright claim department, drop it in the comments. Everyone's waiting again, look. Wait, look at them all. Wait. Hello, horse. Hi. I mean, holding an empty hand with no polos, no carrots, no apples. It's not fair to tease a horse like that, is it? Either bring some food and get told that you can't feed it to the horse, or bring nothing. Okay. I mean, to be honest, folks, he's actually pretty stylish. Liking the loafers as well. I think, yeah, he's our best dressed tourist of the day. Fake or not, he carries off the outfit better than I ever could, I can tell you that. Super chill. Very impressive. Try and move a team. Oh, sorry. Gosh, it's a little hustly-bustly here, everybody. Oh, this gent wants to squeeze through. Girls are like, hey. Oh, horse is already like, how have they not installed horse air conditioning yet? It's way too hot here in the sun. I'm actually wondering, folks, whether it might be warm enough that we see the orderly come out with water. Yeah, I know we're miles off, the sort of mid to high 20s or low 30s, but I seem to remember a couple of times early last year, before we hit the summer, the orderly came out with that pail, either the pink one, or that pinkish reddish one, or the Blues and Royals have a blue one. That said, they've sort of interchanged them before. Kind of cute they've got one that matches the colours of the regiment. Gosh, I mean, every other tourist this side is waiting. We're in picture 78 right now.
We're going to go a bit further and see the guards inside.
Flash. Bad news, guys. They removed them. Guards inside.
Where's the guys with the hats? Is that where they used to be?
There used to be 2 soldiers that stood inside the arches on either side of the
Are they
courtyard.
the ones with the big furry hats?
No, the same as these.
Oh, right, okay.
The household division with the foamy hats, Buckingham Palace, which is a flipping long walk in the sea, isn't it, to be honest?
Yeah, well, welcome. Aye, let's go. Thank you.
Pleasure. Enjoy, guys. Okay, so people still sort of, Blondie, posing and enjoying. He's doing a good job, actually, this fellow. Not only of his pictures, but staying outside the box. He's firmly outside. Oh. That was, if Horsey quits, bring him this way and we'll get another one. I'm hoping that isn't a heads up for a protest. I can't hear anything, although there is a good amount of traffic at the Trafalgar Square end. I mean, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Oh, I thought Jogger Bro was running over to ask me for my autograph then. I'm quite disappointed, to be honest. Chelsea pensioner, having a little stroll. Look at that, coming out the gate. Gosh, she must be boiling. So it's really Puma Man and Burberry Man, like a tag team of tag team tourist twosome. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Okay, so this gate's being pushed closed. I'm not sure why. We'll head to the other end in a second anyway, because although it's packed, I mean it's really packed at this end. The vast majority of people are not going, a bit beyond the bollards to the horse. And the sign on the wall. Signs on the wall. Right. We're here. And my goodness me, look guys, they're still flooding out of the yard. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's go around a little. So from the fire brigade. I mean, it's hot, but it's not that hot. Okay, oh. Is the horse. Oh, he's not. Look. What's he doing, guys? Has somebody gotten stuck? Horse looks a little bit uncomfortable. The trooper, I can tell you right now, is flipping boiling. How can I tell you that right now? Because this end is very, very, very warm this morning. I'm trying to get a picture, but the horse is not helping. He's pulling silly faces. Look. Okay, finished horsey or not? He's pulling, isn't he, at the bit? What do we think, people? Is it too tight? Is something gone a little bit wrong? 1 second, I'll get a quick... hello? She's American. And he said, be careful, babe. He was right. Oops. Right, where's that? Okay, got the hoof number. I kind of liked how, not in a good way, I must say. Now we've got an ambulance. Flipping hell. I was going to say I kind of liked the confidence with which she strutted over, but it's a shame that she marched straight into the box. As though it were Canada. I mean, maybe she, in fact, thought it was Canada. You know, that's the approach these days, isn't it? Canada is ours. I'm joking, folks. Okay, Levi's wearing lady. This gent, hand on camera. So many tourists in the yard, walking over to the archways and to the shop and stuff, but being, I think, probably quite disappointed when they see that there are no troopers. Lest we forget, folks, 99.9% of people that do visit or had visited the yard were polite and respectful and got brilliant pictures. Because to be honest, however good your picture might be with the trooper on the horse, it's much easier to get a good picture, especially if you're a similar height, with the trooper standing behind you in one of the archways. So it's kind of a pity that for the moment it ain't happening. Oh, another one just walked straight in the box. Oh, see that? She's like telling off her mum. Cannot stand in the box. Wait, who's this woman trying to gate crash their little family moment in the background? Wow. She's very dominant, in fact, this lady with mum. It's okay, ignore me. You're one of the few people that actually noticed that there was a box on the ground.
No,
The vast majority of people, honestly.
I work with animals. I work with horses. I know how unpredictable they are.
Ah, so you were saving your mum from potentially getting squashed. Wait, sorry, you okay? Someone right behind me. Oh, look at this, folks. We've got.
Jump in the box.
1 second. Let me move ourselves out quickly. Look at this. 2 Met, and then 2 City of London. That, I think, folks, did you not say Palomino? Apologies, again, I can't remember the breeds. The cow-looking horse is one of my favourites. He is truly, truly remarkable in the sense of being unique. He's got the clearest markings of any horse we've ever seen here. Okay, so they're squeezing kind of semi into the box. That's interesting. I'm thinking, actually, we might well see more of City of London here because of those cuts that are incoming to the mounted branch. Now, I haven't been made aware of any cuts, and I certainly haven't read anything in the press about cuts inbound with City of London's mounted branch. So it would be very easy, actually, thinking about it, Monday to Friday, for City to assist their Met colleagues. That would work. Another one in the box. I'm like, if this new trooper, if this trooper that I suspect might be fairly new, is actually new, what a brilliant first day, eh? He's well on it, especially on a sweaty, sticky, mushy day like this. Trooper's sweating already, folks, and I'm sure the horse has got a bit of a drip going on as well. Oh, some people are just desperately keen to get themselves as close as possible to the horse's head when they walk through the box. So we've got more than enough, I don't know, what do you want to call it, evidence, proof that at this end, enforcement's going to be pretty solid today. Oh, uh-oh. I think the trooper was going to say something, but I think then the kid realised he was too close. Oh, look at this! Wow, the body art. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of tats. Let's hope she doesn't knock the signs over. I think her next tattoo is going to be "Beware, horses may kick or bite," right across the top of her back. Any horseguards fans that actually have got a "Beware" with an underline as a tattoo, feel free to DM me with proof. I'll gladly post it on the channel. There's got to be someone in the world that's got "Beware" as a very large capitalized statement somewhere on a visible part of their body. There's got to be somewhere on Earth. I mean, how many of us are there? 8 billion-ish, give or take. There's got to be one that has a "Beware." I haven't actually checked whether or not there is a town or city or village in the world called Beware or Bewari, as I used to call it. Okay. Now, what happened at the other end has now happened at this end. The queues and crowds and numbers that were pretty significant and substantial have started to go down. Down, down, down. Okay, so we know what's happening anyway at that end with that particular trooper, and more importantly, that particular horse. What's happening? Consistency, people, is what's happening. Yes. Glorious consistency. Speaking of which, I'm trying to squeeze in. It's a bit busy. Now, interesting and curiously, this gent has got his right foot in the box. It's quite... Sorry. No, just noticing the difference between the two troopers. One at that end is saying to everybody, get back, remove yourself.
Okay.
But this end...
Not this one.
No, for some reason, the exact opposite, yeah, curiously. They're all getting really close. The young lad that just vacated the box, he was really close to the horse. I mean, he could have actually touched the horse, he was that close. And he was a small fellow. Oh, that's fine, thank you, just cough all over me. Folks, if I'm off for 2 weeks now with an illness, that's because I've got some sort of COVID variant, ST, U or V, COVID variant stuff possibly incoming. Oh, now they're all sort of jostling. Who's going to go next? Ah, come on, make your mind up, tourists. Okay, so this bro is here with, is she going to tell them to get out of the box? Yes, that's better. Oh. Ah, so you think the horse is sort of a little bit... Yeah? Good observation, yeah, that might be a good point. Thank you, enjoy the sunshine. I think, to be fair to the troop at this end, most people that are getting super close are youngsters. And it's very, 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 very busy right now. There's a huge kind of crush around this end, like a semicircle of people going all the way around the box here. So it's making it quite difficult. I mean, to give you an idea, folks, of what's going on behind us, look. This is in addition to everyone that's already here. I wouldn't quite go as far as saying it's chaos, but it's not far off. That's flipping out. So many people like really loudly sneezing all over the place, but without actually bothering to, put their arm up or a handkerchief or anything else. They're just like, blah, been germ explosion all over the place. I'd probably be safer going on a safari in the Gambia or Botswana in terms of exposure to infections, folks. I mean, there you only need to worry about yellow fever, Ebola and malaria. Here, it's God knows how many variants. Many. Now, I'm not hearing any kind of predominant language being spoken by visitors today. I think we've got a bit of a mix of Italian, German and French. In other words, the usual. Haven't heard anyone speak Spanish yet. Oh my goodness me. Whoa. What a squisharoo. Guys, look at this behind me. Like, seriously. That is a proper squish, isn't it? Someone's even standing on the bollards to get a better view. I mean, there's not really much to get a better view of, but a better view is a better view, I guess. Okay, this dude is edging in on that side, the trooper's right-hand side. She's eyeballing him. I'm not actually entirely sure. Just looking, without zooming in. I don't know if we've seen this lady trooper here before. I honestly wouldn't go either way. So 50, I honestly don't recall seeing her. If I'm wrong, people, then please feel free to correct me. But have we got another trooper on their first King's Lifeguard duty here at Horseguards? We know the Blues have had a huge number of new faces recently, but wow. Every time we turn up, there's someone else we've not seen before, or that I suspect we might not have seen before. It very much feels like it's kind of annual family day here at Horseguards today, I would say, in all honesty. Oh, another one in the box on this side. You can see, guys, look. I mean, that's 2 feet inside the box, isn't it? Pretty clearly. And she seems to be enjoying her stay, actually. I think maybe she's going to book a second night in the box. Definitely enjoying her stay. No doubt about that at all, to be quite honest. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Who's next? think this bro is auditioning for Romeo in Amazon Prime's Shakespearean reboot. Oh, somebody just shouted the F word, I think. Aeronautica Militare. What is that, guys? Italian or Spanish? Spanish would be my guess. If everyone's as tall as this chap, you can just stand there and get a brilliant selfie above the crowd. Okay, it's all the ladies that are going in on this side. I mean, let me take this step back, folks, because, like, what on earth? Absolutely shocker. Oops. People are getting a little bit kind of scared because their little ones are running out of the gate and getting very, very close to the road here. This is the biggest problem that is going to become more apparent as we get closer to the summer. Because when you come out, there's really no space. Like very, very, very small amount of space. Between the gates, the bollard area, which is now largely accessible because of the new box on the ground, and the public highway. I would say 2 meters between the bollards and the public highway, which may sound a lot, but it isn't when you've got 500 people here. And right now, we've probably got more than 500, I would say.
Hey kids, look in.
One thing I have noticed actually though, guys, more than before, people that are going through the gate into the yard, noticing obviously that there's fundamentally nothing to immediately draw their attention, they're stopping and admiring the architecture, particularly the clock, a lot more, and also reading the notices in the yard that are on the wall. I mean, that could, I guess, be an upside. Apparently there was huge demand for tickets for this year's military ceremonies on horseguardsparade. To be honest, folks, because of so far unconfirmed but definitely varying travel plans this summer, I didn't myself even attempt to get any tickets. They're not cheap, let's put it that way. You know, I think a good, or the best tickets are 60 or 70, I forget how much. But I was thinking to myself, look, it's kind of pointless to be spending upwards of £100 when there's a very good chance that I won't be able to attend. I mean, that happened once. I actually took 3 different tickets last year, ended up missing one, so it's still annoying that the money's kind of down the drain. Yes, I could, well, you know, give the ticket to somebody, but I need to be around to actually ask people if they want it. Okay, so actually I've just noticed something. At this end, because of the light, if we look at the box, 1 second, the line on the right on the ground is fairly visible, as you can see, guys, on the camera. However, the line on the other side is far less visible. Now, that might just be because of my polarized glasses, but on the camera as well, it's looking significantly less visible. And we know it's there. You know, in other words, we're actually looking for it. I'd say it's probably 50% worn through back to the cobbles. Actually, of course, the line on that side is worn more because the line on the left-hand side in the camera is painted over cobbles. The line on the right is painted on concrete paving slabs. In other words, it's a completely flat, consistent surface on the right-hand side, which is why it hasn't worn away so much. That is probably quite annoying, actually. But then again, I guess if it wears down quickly, one side, better to paint the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it'll be done this year at some point. It'll be a huge surprise to me personally if the line hasn't been redone before tourist season proper, because you can already see it's going to be a problem. Not a big problem, but a problem nonetheless. Okay, I'm pretty far back now, so we can see both sides of the box. I like how careful the... in fact, remember, guys, before I said about woolly hat, there we are, Mr. Woolly Hat has arrived. And as if that were not curious enough, there's another chap coming out of the yard with a green woolly hat. Wow. like how much attention he's paying to getting the perfect picture of the horse. I think he's an ocular photographer who's zooming in on the horse's eyeball. Maybe trying to take reference images for some reason. Definitely a pro. But he's doing it in a really kind of respectful and careful way. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a hoof and ocular specialist. Equine images galore. What if you're taking pictures of the horse's eye?
Huh?
What, are you taking like pictures of the eye, or what picture are you trying to capture?
Just anything, yeah. We're taking them content for the museum.
Ah!
Back, yeah.
Okay, so I noticed you were like really sort of careful about capturing it perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
no,
unlike most toys, have a quick snap and they run off.
That's it.
So for the moment, folks, it appears that almost all of the tourists have left. Interesting, actually. I haven't yet met or spoken to that photographer who, as you heard him mention, was taking official pictures for the museum. So I dare say they will be on the Household Cavalry Museum social media, which, let me think, I don't do Facebook. I know they have an Instagram account which is popular because I follow it. If any of you don't, then obviously the Household Cavalry Museum's Instagram account is the very best place, not only for superb pictures of the horses, but more importantly, updates. Move back a teeny bit. Oh, sorry, where's your eye? Uh-oh. Is she? People casually wandering through this kind of. He's like, is it that way to the Lake District? Just wandering through the bogs.
The camera offline.
I like how sparkly and crisp everything looks in this light, folks, isn't it? Every tourist jumps out of the frame. Oh, you see it? Problem now is we could just about squeeze both sides in. I'm kind of already thinking tomorrow here is going to be absolutely mad. Bear in mind, typically Saturday's 2.5 a weekday in terms of numbers here. That's a conservative estimate. Okay, who's next? I'm touching my grey water bottle, which is a solid steel Stanley. It's attached to the front of me so I can drink occasionally. It's barely touchable. It's that hot. Goodness gracious, wow. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, but you know, in Arizona it's 87 today. In New Mexico it's 433 degrees today. Folks, the sticky, disgusting London heat is a different thing entirely, trust me. In fact, the only two places I would compare this level of disgusting stickiness to, Florida, which I remember for me personally, was absolute torture, and Paris. Which is why Paris in the summer is devoid of Parisians. They'll head off to the Loire Valley in the south to get away from their very sticky, unwelcoming Parisian apartments. I never forget actually just how hot it was in places like Boca Chica, Key West, Key Largo, Biscayne, etc. Just like, oh my god. Oh. Grandson of the Year award goes to that chap who rescued her at the exact last. Well, apologies if they are in fact a married couple, but I'm assuming that's in all likelihood going to be her grandson. Still hearing people cough quite loudly, like how? He says this time next week I'm going to be coughing and spluttering and passing my germs to other people. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I'll be shocked if it happens, guys. I've already been sick 4 times since Christmas. There's no way it can happen again. Plus I showed everything, vitamin D, vitamin C, bloods, everything. I'm like super healthy, so it's very curious that I got so many infections. But definitely having the flu jab this year, it's not worth risking that much downtime in 2026. Now this trooper actually has had a pretty respectful crowd on the whole, hasn't he, this morning? It's a great thing to see. Yes, it is kind of amusing sometimes when people massively get it wrong and just march over like they own the place. Like that's always did earlier, the American girl. However, most people don't like that. He's trying super hard not to really squint there. I could see it. Not the easy thing to do. This end is absolutely 100% in the light. The other end is 50%. The trooper is looking at every single person. I'm trying to remember the name of it. We've got a guy that's turned up. It's not an abaya. What? I forgot the name of the gents version of an abaya. I'll ask him if I can. 1 second. Pretty sure he's Moroccan. 1 second. Let me ask because I'm super interested. Guys, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Yes. I'm just wondering, your friends. It's not an abaya. What do you call it? The guys.
Jalaba.
I guess the meeting you guys are from Morocco.
Yeah.
Tanger, Marrakesh?
No, we're from south. After Morocco, it's like 3 hours.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so down more towards Essaouira.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I never saw this in London. A beautiful thing to see. Well, how do you say it again? What's the word?
Jalaba.
Jalaba.
Yeah, jalaba, yeah.
Okay, shukran.
Thank you. No worries. Yeah, I think you've been in Morocco, isn't it?
I've seen all. Yeah, it's one of my favourite countries. Love Chef Shaun, love Casa, love.
Okay,
yeah, love
so
it
you've
massively.
been a lot of parties, isn't it?
Yeah. Le Cabestan is probably my favourite place.
Which one?
Le Cabestan it's in Casa, isn't it? The restaurant, Le Cabestan over the sea in Casa.
Ah, yeah.
Beautiful
You're
restaurant.
talking about the mosque, no?
Yeah, very close to the mosque. Yeah.
That area is so beautiful.
Jaleba. I need to get a jaleba when I'm filming because you're going to be super chill all day knowing this. For sure.
It's nice. It's really
It is. It's in fact it's beautiful.
It's not heavy. It's not.
What is it? What is it made of? Is it silk?
It's soft, you know. It's
So it's
soft for summer.
This is definitely cotton, though. Super
Yeah,
soft.
yeah,
Wow, amazing. Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Okay, so we've got jaleba, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Seen them many times on my travels, but very rarely spotted here in London. Love it. That's what I need to write down because I've got a feeling that now we're getting to the warmer weather, we're going to see a lot of other people from Middle East as well as North Africa here wearing abayas and jalebas and similar. Fantastic. Who's up next? They're sort of watching. Like they're on a safari. This family. Actually, maybe that's a way to increase revenue here, folks. now that there are no troopers in the yard, we could have for maybe, I don't know, 2 hours every day horse guard safari, and tourists in their cars can drive slowly past the horses, wind down the window, take some pictures and stuff, and then pay a £20 fee when they enter the yard and drive to Buckingham Palace. What do we think? I mean, have I just come up with a brilliant financial idea or what? Horse guard safari. Plus, to be honest, they wouldn't even need to add it fully at the end. They would just need to add afari at the end, because we've already got horse guard with the S. They could just move the S over one space and add afari. There we are. Horse guards afari. Mind the gap on her hoodie. Ta-da. Another reason it doesn't happen a lot in fact, but a few times, I remember last summer, and also a big school trip from Morocco. Part of the reason why anyone that would be visiting here from Morocco, it doesn't matter actually whether they've been born here or in France or in Western Europe, or whether they were born in Morocco and they're travelling, every single person that you would get visiting here from Morocco would be extremely respectful, as we saw with those three gents, because Morocco, they have a king who, like his predecessor, is very much loved. Plus the police in Morocco, a royal police. People are hugely fond of their king in Morocco. So it's good to see that respect being shown here. Slight inconsistency between the Moroccan with the king and Spanish with the king groups that visit, to be honest. But there we are. I will, folks, get a little teeny bit more at the other end before I finish up, for the sake of completeness. Plus I felt I've somewhat intruded or bothered this trooper a bit too much at this end. He's been outstanding. But people, for whatever reason, are massively preferring to get their pictures at this end today. No idea why. I've never actually really paid attention, but would we think, folks, that, for example, the majority of tourists visiting here, and again, I'm not, suggesting either way, I'm just wondering what you all think. Post it in the comments. The majority of people visiting here, would they be expecting a kingsguard to be a gent and preferring to take pictures with a gent kingsguard? There's a thought. Obviously, we know it doesn't matter. A kingsguard is a kingsguard. But I wonder if no, it's okay. But I wonder if a lot of people that are visiting here. I mean, he's a good-looking chap, I must say. This guard. I've never really paid attention actually as to whether there is a busier end or not, depending on whether it's a gent or a lady. I guess one could argue that as the lady guards are in a much smaller, more exclusive group of, I think, circa 5 to 7% across the two regiments, that they would be more interesting to the tourists than the gents. Because balance of probability suggests that if you visit here any random day, you're going to get a gent on the horse and not a lady trooper. Just because of numbers. People behind me have been trying to take pictures. You might have heard the lady said the problem is the light. And it is actually, the light is a huge problem here. Even if you know what you're doing, it's really difficult to avoid getting that flaring.
Come with us.
Okay, we will go back to the other end. Really like how respectful the gent with glasses was then. Gave a thumbs up to the trooper after he got in his picture. Oh, almost fell over. What was that? That was the curb. I actually almost fell over the curb, folks. It was really close. I'm tempted to have a wander through the tunnel, but I'm kind of thinking to myself, we did that, didn't we? I think on Wednesday, actually. Yeah. It was actually, wait, hold on. There's still more interesting people coming over at this end. I don't feel quite so bad if I'm this far back.
I didn't think he was, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are you going to arrest me, or
No.
am I in trouble?
No, I found him.
Oh, you do? You know
Yeah.
the account?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. What's your name?
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Bit hot, though, to be fair. Look at this, look at this.
Paulie. Can you swear?
Say again?
Can you swear with the family?
It's a kind of family channel. So, what are you thinking of saying? Is it really that bad, the word you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Wait, let me pause it 1 second, okay? Right, guys, we're back. Say hi to everyone, Paul.
Hello.
Thank you for coming to
You're
say hello.
welcome.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah.
Much appreciate it.
Here most of Easter half time.
Yeah, we'll come and say hello next time
Yeah.
you see me then. I mean, I think, to be honest, this is just the start of it. I think it's going to get insanely busy in the course of the next 7 days. But this as a start is just
When is the next
wild.
change? When is the next horse change?
It'll be in 11 minutes. I'm just looking at the timing. Actually, I'll probably let this video go a teeny bit over time, actually, and get the next change in the, with the dismount in the yard. Definitely better to be in the yard for the changeover because of that dismount.
And what happened with the gates tonight?
You know, it's one of those kind of I wish I knew. I'm reasonably confident that at some point they're likely to return. If I had to place a bet right now, somebody said to me, look, Russian roulette, are they coming back or are they not? I'm going to probably regret saying this in the future, guys. I would say yes, they'll be back, but I wouldn't, you know, it's a difficult thing to say. I wouldn't want to state it unequivocally. But let's be honest, having been here for way over 100 years, it's going to be very sad if they are now permanently removed and not going to return.
Yeah.
I think I could speak for both of us when I say we miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively.
I miss when you told Dove tourists he's like Mark.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, to be honest, it's also, it kind of breaks up the crowds when you've got the gatesman coming out and telling people to move aside and at the front.
Yeah.
Plus, it also takes quite a lot of attention off the two boxmen because right now everyone is flooding to the front because there's nothing else to photograph.
Yeah.
Which, okay, it's not necessarily a negative, but when it gets busier, it's going to be a problem there. You can see how busy it is this area. No?
Like summer is going to be
Fun, I think it's
fun. Yeah. I was saying a nightmare for a reason.
It's funny, you know, when you came up to me, I thought for a second, hold on, I thought I recognised you. You've got a very, very, very striking resemblance to ex-trooper Ellis.
Really?
Yeah, you do. It's the shape of your face.
Yeah.
100%. You are very, very similar looking.
But our whole family seem like Almond. My two granddads were.
So a proud family tradition of service, yeah? You got a real striking resemblance. That's what I thought it was for a second when I first turned around and saw you. I'm like, hold on, where's Peter?
Which horse is this?
Today I haven't actually taken out the phone. I'm trying to take out the phone a lot less just because there are too many people here. So if somebody tried to grab it and run, they'd be able to get away because the crowd is huge. So I'm leaving it to you viewers, the experts on the channel, having named probably about 80-90% of the horses in the past year. Most of the viewers have now got their own lists and galleries that they've built themselves. So I think that's the best part of the channel. The community are helping to ID the horses, which means I can concentrate on the filming. So I think that helps all of us, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you again soon, okay?
Might be tomorrow. I'm here tomorrow. So.
It'll be busy tomorrow. I'm planning on being here tomorrow. I can't be certain, but yeah, if I am, I'll see you then.
I will pop and say hello.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks a lot, Paul. Yeah. Wow, what a lovely guy. Thank you, Paul, for coming to say hello to me. Yeah, gosh, the similarity, in fact. Honestly, facially, exactly the same, like the chin, exactly the same as Trooper Ellis. Incredible similarity. Good looking gent. All of a sudden, this end got completely rammed. Now, I did notice in the background that the trooper, who we were just filming a minute ago at the other end, he was kind of trying to really emphasise the lady and her husband, who had gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle in the box. Now, you saw him sort of lean over, or lean down, from the horse to tell them more than once that they need to get back, move out. I couldn't quite hear what he was saying, but get back, move behind the line, whatever. But you could see that they didn't really understand what he was telling them, and that's still going to be the biggest problem. I actually felt quite bad for them because I don't think they did it intentionally, but you know, familiarise yourself with the local environment, I guess, would be the most intelligent way to approach visiting these kind of places. You know, I managed not to get shouted at in Valencia, despite it being my first time there, so... Oh, she's way in the box as well on this side, look. Sorry guys, I'm trying to sort of concentrate on the line, but it's really difficult. Another one, look, right in the box. In fact, I think she's going to jump on the horse. Look at this. Very, very, very surprising people today. Very surprising. And another one. Oh. Quite unusual to have such a contrast in the approach. This little man here, look at that, the horse has a meltdown. As we've seen dozens of times, little man's going to end up with an out of control horse behind him. Goodness gracious. Still hearing so many languages spoken around me today. It's absolutely crazy. The UN General Assembly session, guys, in New York, we've got going on here at the moment. you literally like never bring a hat there. Ah, yeah. Okay, this guy's got the right idea here with his flat cap. Golly, I mean, look at that, folks. Crazy. Oh, look at this one. She's basically moved into the box. Wait, they've got two, look. Very, 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 very curious today just how close they're being allowed to get. This gent over here, he's moved himself in as well. Oh, this one's just moved in. Crazy. And very surprising. Oh. Okay. I guess it's kind of like just how close somebody gets. We've got a double entry going on right now, folks. They're both in the box. God, is she going to touch the horse? I did say, didn't I, when the video began this morning, that we're at the pre-summer stage. Look at this. The trooper's telling him he doesn't understand. I think Lucky's grandma, has just understood and taken him away. What on earth is going on this morning? It's flipping chaos. Absolute madness, guys. Okay, hopefully, another one in the box on the left. Hopefully it will calm down a little bit in a minute. The numbers are slowly starting to subside, but there's still a lot here. And it's now 5-2 the changeover. So we'll get that final changeover before I finish up. We'll go a teeny bit over, guys, with the time, but you know what? Doesn't matter. When we get into sort of the proper absolute summer, you know, where it's 25 degrees at 10 a.m, I will then try to get here a lot earlier, more regularly, to possibly be able to take 2 videos. And notice again, this trooper just told this girl to get out of the box. She didn't understand. He told her again and gestured. Only then did she understand, following the gesture with the sword. So there is very, very good enforcement at this end. Other end's patchy. In fact, the other end is massively patchy, to be quite fair this morning, extraordinarily so. Okay, so the trooper, orderly, has just come out. There he is in the yard. So shortly we're going to hear the behind the bollards, blah blah blah. At which point I'll go back into the yard, and this time I will go just behind the box if it's vacant in the shady corner. Oh, he just told her to get back, and she got a lovely smile.
Please.
Oh, okay, let's go back into the yard. 1 second. Wait. Okay, so yeah, I mean, before it gets chocker, folks, it's just easier. Actually, having a look, I'll put the camera on it. It's 20. Oh, it's got two temperatures actually, wet and dry temperature. The dry temperature is 21.5 degrees, 21.5, and that's the dry temperature. The wet temperature is 26.9, ladies and gents. So, yeah, it's balmy. Yeah, quite a balmy day here in central London today. I thought it would actually be quite that high, but then again, obviously the wet temperature is always going to be higher. But wow, 26.9. How's about that? Actually, comfortable enough. Oh my gosh, my phone is clouded up. We've got less than 2 minutes, people, until the change. I'm expecting the same two horses we started with to return, but you never know. I thought it'd better just to capture this, even if we go over by 5 minutes, because we're here, and we might as well. That's my thinking for the moment. Am I right? I don't know. I might be right. I might not be. That's where I was before, on the corner where this lady is with her sun hat. Can't say I blame her, to be honest. Pretty smart. But, and this is the key thing, guys, if I go to this spot, I am 100% in the shade. Whoa, there's a massive difference actually. So just that one footstep, and what a difference. Lovely. Considering how busy it is at the front, the yard is surprisingly quiet, eh? Other than myself, another guy that films here regularly, I don't know his name, on the other side, going toward the arch, it's very, 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 very quiet. Okay. Bing bong, there we are. Just going to say I can hear chatter through the doors. Are we going to have a return of the previous two or two new horses? It wouldn't surprise me if we have a new trooper or two, actually. Let's see. Oh, tourists are still coming into the yard. Okay, here we go. Oh, a new trooper who was not here before. Oh, and then that, oh, damn it. And one of my favourite troopers, near side. That's a surprise, in fact. Two new troopers, guys, on, I think, two new horses. How's about that? I guess this could be one upside that we didn't think about, of not having Gatesman Chisman. Yes, we have a couple of less troopers that come over with each contingent. However, it means that now they can rotate that contingent solely between the boxes. Unintended upside, perhaps. This will be, I think, the first video ever where we got 6 different troopers in one video. I'm pretty sure it is, actually, yeah. Anyone remember a video where we got 6 different troopers on one day in one video? Can't remember which horse this one is, actually, with the perfect star. Drop it in the comments, please, people. Oh, Horsey wants to come over and say hello. It's like, I can't be bothered to go to the box. Let's go to John. If only I were so lucky, ladies and gentlemen. That was kind of cute the way he looked at the camera, no? I think that Horsey, to be honest, guys, has just earned himself picture of the day. Yeah. I think when I finish in a minute, I'm going to dash to the front get a quick snap of that beauty. You can see he was like, me. Okay, so the dismount from a different spot now. Oh, let me try to not walk into the measuring device behind me and knock it to the ground. So still bobbing just under 27 degrees wet. Actually, I'm going to go for summer hat tomorrow, folks. It's time. It's 24 degrees in central London tomorrow is the forecast, which is pretty high for this time of the year. To be honest, I think we're going to notice if, sadly, they are still absent in the winter months. We'll really notice the lack of movement in the yard. At least now we have the dismounts to film and enjoy. Kind of fortuitous timing, actually. Removal of the gatesman and chitsman just a couple of weeks after summer order and the dismount. But once the dismount has gone again and we go back to winter order, yeah, the yard is going to be what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to be the hive of activity that it typically is. And that's kind of unfortunate, in all honesty, folks. Okay, so as I suggested, this horse here, let's see if we can get... I'm going to finish the video shortly. Just want to try and get a picture or two of this horsey, because he definitely kind of gestured as though he wanted to come over and say hello. So I feel guilty if I didn't reciprocate. A second, folks. There's quite a lot of people here for the moment. And they're all tall. Wait. Okay, I don't know which horse it is, and I probably should because of that absolutely perfect star. My phone screen is actually sort of sweated up. How weird is that? It's not even that hot, for goodness sake. Right. Both horsey and trooper. Say I'm taking a motion photo. What the hell is a motion photo? I'm not even trying to take a motion photo. Wait. God knows. I still didn't explore the options on this phone for picture taking, but I think we've got enough good images of this horse. And these will be our last two lucky tourist guys. Otherwise, we're going to go way over time. It's kind of sad that I'm finishing up now. As I mentioned, I like this trooper a lot. He's outstanding, but it's going to end up being a 2-hour video, and then if it were, it wouldn't be processed until tomorrow. What, the other end? No. Wait, is it? Can't even tell. Oh God. I'll have a look in a second, guys. Maybe it is Ormond. 1 second. Let's just go and check. That's not good news because I'm finished. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
Literally just arrived. 1 second. I didn't see, guys, when we first came out. Is it Ormond? Oh, it actually is. Look. How's about that? Yeah. In fact, this trooper, curiously enough, we've seen him on Ormond before. I'm still going to finish up, people, because it's been a long video and it's been a fun video. I'm sorry that it happens to be Ormond that's coming out now as I'm finishing, but it is what it is. Back soon, people. Bye for now.